So Cody, a lot of businesses are closed right now. How is the commercial real estate market looking right now?
Well, obviously there's a lot of struggles out there for a lot of folks. Certain sectors are being affected more than others. For example, service-oriented retail, the hospitality industry, certain industrial supply chain businesses are still doing well. But for the most part, there are a lot of changes that I think we'll continue to see depending on how long they keep the states locked down.
Yeah, what about apartments, offices, things like that, hotels? Are they being affected?
Oh, absolutely. I think a majority of these guys are being affected. Actually, I was on the phone with somebody earlier this morning who they run about 1,000 multifamily units across the U.S. And, they've got a lot of renters that aren't paying rent. And, there is certain relief out there for some of the tenants and even businesses that occupy, office, industrial, and retail centers. But there's really not a lot of relief for the actual landlord. And so they're just having to bridge the gap and work with their lenders to kind of help maintain and get through these next few months.
Yeah, there's a lot of reports out there about some big name companies who are not paying their rent right now. Are you seeing that?
Yes, I am. And, we deal in investment, office, industrial, retail. And so, we deal anywhere from, buildings having, small mom and pop local offices and businesses to large national companies and retailers. And so we've heard it all across the board. And so, it's very important for the smaller guys to, look into the SBA loan program out there. And so, but yeah, we're absolutely hearing that from all product classes across the board.
Why is it that some companies aren't paying their rents? What are they trying to get out of that?
Well, I think some of them, whether they need it or not, are either trying to take advantage of the situation, but there are many that do need the assistance. And so, my father, for example, he's in the logistics business and, they ship freight all across the country. They don't need any government assistance. They're doing very, very well right now, so they didn't seek any of it. But there are quite a few that I would, say could definitely utilize some of that. And, one of the recent projects that we sold was an office building, and we had to direct several of those tenants to the disasterassistance.gov website and to a couple SBA lenders to help them out over the next few months.
What about landlords? Are you seeing that they're doing anything to help out their tenants right now?
I am. And, for the most part, I mean, if you're a landlord and say you've got a, office building or a retail center and you've got a tenant that comes to you and, their business is struggling due to the current coronavirus situation, the first thing that I tell these guys is, hey, let's get these guys over to an SBA lender first and foremost to try to get relief from there. If they're unable to get that, then working out some type of rental deferral, partial rent, even sometimes, we've seen some landlords do abated rent or work on extending a lease and utilizing some of the free rent over the next couple of months to help out. So I do see a lot of landlords getting creative all across the board, and we'll see how things work out over the next month or two if that needs to continue.